Hello everybody, welcome back to Buzzard-Roost. I am Buzzard. Let's do a nutter talk, drive talk. Now if you found yourself during this pandemic and now the rioting and looting, but if you found yourself during the pandemic of being short on stuff, I know most of my viewers did not struggle as much as unprepared people. A lot of them are prepared. Some of them are new to it. Anyone new to my channel, welcome. But I was wanting to say, you've been given another chance for a short time. And the reason I say short time is because a lot of the stuff that was planted last year, or some of it, and it was counted as produced, stayed in the fields, and in hopes of being able to pull it out before planting this year, this spring, and it didn't happen. So Walmart, Sam's, there's a little grocer that I've been to that's in the town near me. They're all pretty much stocked up, with the exception maybe a couple items, and the prices have went up on them. So if you haven't, or if you don't have food set back, you know, a robust pantry and robust food storage, or you're just starting out, go ahead and do it now. Some people that are on unemployment are actually making more on unemployment than when there was working. So if you was surviving while you was working, be a good opportunity to take some of this extra money that you're getting and buy some food storage. Now because I'm not rich, prefer to buy stuff you can get in the grocery store. Rice, beans, canned goods, stuff like that. I would love to have a year's supply of freeze-dried food. That would be really nice. Had to get some coffee. But anyway, with this extra money you've got, instead of going out and buying a new pair of kicks that you don't need, spend that, go buy some rice, beans. Some places limit you on how much you can get, but you might have to do it a couple of days or 3 days. My suggestion would also be on that where you're being limited, such as Walmart, try to use cash. I don't know how well they monitor bank cards and stuff on what you purchase. I've heard that they do, but I don't know for sure on my, personally. Anyway, go out and get started. Build, if you've already started, build it. Keep building it. Good investment is also some seeds. If you get seeds, try to get heirloom. Speaking of seeds, I've done several videos on planting the stuff I've planted, and I got a bunch of stuff planted, and then we had like 4 days of freezing temperature. So most of the stuff that I planted early is struggling or just didn't come up. And because they had to struggle, they're probably not going to produce very well. Most of my tomatoes have got I think they call it curly leaf or curl leaf or something like that. Don't know what's wrong with that. I got to do some research. There's been several things. I had a farmer that his property joins up to ours. I don't know if what he was spraying drifted into my area, but it's either that or, you know, some kind of infestation, too rich in some areas, not rich enough in other areas when it comes to the soil. But a lot of it is struggling or just died. The stuff I planted a little later on is doing real good, so I'm probably going to plant some more corn and some pole beans, and it will go for long-term storage or winter use. So that's it on the subject of gardening. If my family depended, say I didn't have robust food storage and stuff like that, and we was depending on the garden, we would be in a world of hurt. So start doing stuff now, learn it, find out, you know, what's the best way of doing things. That's what most of mine's been, because I've never had a robust garden, and it's not something you just throw the seeds out there and they take care of themselves and everything gets done the way it should be without you helping. So, got me a cheat sheet here. I wanted to cover several subjects, but that there, I was putting in a window unit, and the windows doesn't stay up on its own, so we had a board in there, and I don't know if I bumped the board, bumped the window, or what, but that window came down, and my finger was in between that and the window unit, air conditioning. It got me 7 stitches. It was basically what the doctor called superficial. Didn't do no major damage or anything. I don't think it broke the bone or the knuckle in there. If it did, they didn't do an x-ray. But if it did, I'm gonna just have to live with it. But I was wondering, if that happened without a doctor, how would you have dealt with it? I mean, yeah, you could improvise some sutures, which I've done before, and I didn't take no antibiotics for it because he really wasn't worried about it. I'm going to pull over here in the shade so the sun will quit bothering you. I'm going down my road for, most of you already know that, but there's usually a few of them that say something about it and don't realize I'm on a private road. But anyway, back to the finger. What would you have done? How would you have improvised? What would you have used for antibiotics? Because in a grid down shift situation, end of the world as we know it, you're not going to have readily available antibiotics, sutures, things like that, doctors. So think about it and try to fill in that space. Now I've put stitches in before in myself. So fishing line and a sewing needle. It was rough. It hurt. But hey, opening day, the day before opening day of deer season in deer camp, I wasn't going to ruin the deer camp because I just needed I think it was 4 stitches in. It wasn't very big, but 6 is what I put in there. Anyway, so I already know what I can do as far as antibiotics and things like that are. I'm starting to get into medical herbs and stuff. I've produced a video yesterday, which, by the way, didn't download until finished downloading until like 12:30. So I apologize if someone had their notifications on and it woke them up. It was unintentional. But I'm getting into the more medical herbs and stuff. I do the colloidal silver. I also do the super water, which I've got to buy. I'm trying to find a thermal temperature deal for that. It shorted out on me, so I need to get another one. And the only way I can have the manufacturer redo it is if I send the whole thing in and spend, I think it was like $130 and have it rebuilt. I know what's wrong with it, so I'm trying to find the part now. But anyway, so this is it on the video. Like I said, I'm the nutter that's doing a nutter drive talk. Remember, only dead fish follow the flow of the stream. Don't be a dead fish. This is Buzzard. See ya.